glory on my mind.
I'm in that old school muscle car, brand new tires on it, swishing full of some blue. Southern Belle thighs on it, thicker than a side of some sweet potato pie with some gravy and some biscuits on the side. Leather so soft, she say it make her clothes fall off. I'll be chilling cooler than some coleslaw. Hit the gas, pass law. They ain't even look my way at all, but there's smoke in the wind and I'm gone. Only reason
There we go, that sounds better. Southern Fried Nation, how y'all doing? We've got a great show for you tonight, Ultimate Battleground 4. This is our fourth in Ultimate Battleground. We've also got 2 titles on the line tonight. The Tag Team Championships are on the line. And as you know, the big match, the Southern Fried Heavyweight Championship title is on the line. So before we get started with tonight's show, we want to thank all our sponsors in no particular order. Thank you, Chris Bolton at Monroe Small Engine. Thank you. Thank you, Scotty, DJ Scotty at Just for Fun Radio. Absolute Tree and Stump Removal. Thank you, Tracy and Gloria. I forgot them. I wrote them down. C&K Delivery and Jimmy James Towing. Anytime Fitness Monroe, thank you very much for your sponsorship. We appreciate y'all very, very much. We've got a birthday in the house before we get started tonight. Where is Adler Dickens? Adler Dickens, happy birthday to you, buddy, from Southern Fried. Thank you. Thank you for coming tonight. Before we get started with our show, as always, we want to play our national anthem. So for those of you who are able to stand, would y'all please rise for our national anthem? Thank you. All right. Y'all ready to get on the way with our show tonight? Good. Let's get out the owner. Please welcome Southern Fried Championship owner, Mr. David Manders.
got a gypsy soul, I'm a rebel and rogue, and I'm always on the run. With a fire inside, I ain't ever gonna die, I'm a locked and loaded gun. When the match is striking the gasoline lights, it's only just begun. One thing I learned is you could watch it all burn, but the flame ain't ever done. Raise 'em up a little higher, your lighters, outlaws and outsiders.
What's going on, Southern Fried Nation? Guys, I didn't want to come out here tonight, but it seems like a normal routine now for the past few months. Our past wrestlers keep passing away, and we're having to start every show with a 10-bell salute. We've lost 3 in the past week, so tonight's going to be no different. I just want to come out and be a part of this. I want to get Bill Behrens and JJ out here, please. It's hot, whoever wants it first.
Southern Fried, like Mr. Manders said, it seems like every time we come here, we're starting off with a tribute and a 10-bell. And it seems like each and every time it gets a little bit more personal, something that we have close ties to. And I wanted to kick this one off because we lost beautiful Bobby Eaton of the Midnight Express. Yes, please. And you know, I met Bobby a couple of times, but my fondest memory of beautiful Bobby was about 17 years ago. And it was in Cornelia, Georgia, at the Landmark Arena for the Wildside Friday night shows. I was the owner of the Friday night franchise at the time, and I managed a guy, please. Todd Sexton was one of them, and Jason Blackman, and we had challenged Rick Michaels and whoever he could get for a partner to a tag team match, and that man happened to be beautiful Bobby. Well, bell time came. Oh, yeah, I am so sorry. Bill Behrens was the manager for the team of Rick Michaels and Bobby Eaton. Thank you. But so, yeah, give it up for Bill, guys. But bell time came at 8 o'clock. There was no Bobby Eaton, and like I'm so accustomed to, Bill handed me a microphone and told me, please go out and talk to the crowd. So I went out and I talked to the crowd for about 10 minutes, trying to kill time. I came back, it was now 8:15, still no Bobby. So I go out about 30 minutes later and I cut another 10-minute interview, still no Bobby Eaton. So we get to the main event, and I'm at the curtain and I'm going out, and there is still no beautiful Bobby Eaton. And at this point, this was going to be my opportunity to manage against one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time, and I'm so bummed out that Bobby just wasn't there. So I'm out and I'm doing like I'm doing now. I was just talking, just vamping, just talking. And then this man right here walks through the curtain with a tennis racket. I didn't even notice he had a tennis racket because I was so bummed out. He gets the microphone and he says that Rick hasn't a partner. And I'm sitting there, my head's down, I'm dejected. You can see this on YouTube, by the way, on the NWA Wildside channel, hosted by this man right here. But then all of a sudden, that familiar music hit, that dun 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 dun. And out walks Rick Michaels, and behind Rick Michaels, with his boots freshly laced up, was beautiful Bobby Eaton. And for the next 10 minutes, I was a giddy teenager sitting at ringside trying to hide my smile and my laugh because I was getting a chance to work with one of the greatest tag team legends this business has ever seen. So it really, it was a great moment, and I'll tell you, Bobby was, and I know that anybody who's read this online, Bobby was one of the nicest guys. There's not a single person in our industry that's ever had a bad thing to say about Bobby. So, we're going to miss him, but, we talk about legends, and we lost another legend this week, another gentleman that both of us actually had an opportunity to work with, and that is the assassin, Jody Hamilton. For a very brief moment, I actually worked for Deep South, which was WWE's developmental territory, so I got a chance to briefly work with Mr. Hamilton, and I'll tell you, just the wealth of knowledge that he had was something that was very beneficial for a young man like myself. But Bill, I know you have some memories as well.
Yeah, actually, I helped set up with WWE's assistance. I was with Joe Hamilton and Billy DeMott, and we set up Deep South. The end of that story is I quit after 3 months because I was being driven crazy. But during that time, while Joe and I might not have always gotten along, one of the great joys I had was every once in a while, he and I would be alone in his office, and he would tell stories. He would talk about his time main eventing in Madison Square Garden at 17 years old. He would talk about going around the world. He talked about the time he was wrestling someone and the person basically had a heart attack, and that was a difficult match to get through. Joe Hamilton was a true legend in this area. We talk about the Deep South that WWE had, but there was another Deep South that Joe did that ran around the state of Georgia for quite a few years and had some TV on Channel 69 for a while. So we will miss Jody Hamilton very, very much. But unfortunately for me, the greatest loss this week is someone you people may not even know, and it's a shame, but Nashville promoter Bert Prentice, who was also called Honey Love, passed away from cancer at 62 years old. By the way, Bobby Eaton was only 62 years old. People shouldn't be dying at 62 frickin' years old. But Bert was amazing. He taught me how a great promoter promotes in small markets to fans like you. I learned in Nashville how important this kind of environment is, and I learned that from Bert Prentice. I also learned from Bert Prentice that I suck as a promoter. And that's why for years I ran the same building in Cornelia, Georgia, because God knows I didn't want to try to run anywhere else. Put a ring up, take a ring down, it's mind-numbing. But Bert was the master, and up until the day he died and he passed over control of his promotion to his sister, he was promoting successful shows in stadiums headlined by Jerry the King Lawler. Bert Prentice is a great loss. Bobby Eaton is a great loss. Joe Hamilton is a great loss, and this was a terrible week for professional wrestling. And as we do, could we please rise and celebrate these people with a 10-bell salute? Well, I've attempted this the last few shows, and there's a minor story, and I'm asking for your indulgence one more time. Over the last year or so, we have suffered major losses in professional wrestling that cannot be denied. But I am pretty sure as I look around this room of great fans that with COVID, many of you, or at least some of you, lost someone important to you or know someone who passed away because of the disease that's still not gone, unfortunately. We lost fans from this family within the last year. And one of the things that occurred to me after Bert passed away, and before I even learned about Bobby, was that you always assume that the people you care about or see will be there. You always assume you're going to see someone again. But it doesn't work that way. And sometimes, like with Bert, they don't tell you how bad they are. And the next thing you know, they're gone. And you didn't get a chance to talk to them. And you didn't get a chance to visit them. And you didn't get a chance to tell them you care about them. And that's a shame. One of my favorite songs speaks to that, and with your permission, I'm going to sing James Taylor, Fire and Rain. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. The plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You've just gotta see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned toward the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you one more time again. Thought I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time around. Thought I'd see you, fire and rain. Goodbye to anyone any of you has lost. Goodbye to Joe Hamilton. Goodbye to Bobby Eaton. And goodbye, Bert.